Yeah,
And
I wanted to talk about the
horrible.
current platform, though, the DNC platform, and actually comment, actually an idea and a suggestion on the mandate on carbon and all that. My suggestion would be instead to loosen the externalities to where the coal companies have to pay those, and loosen the legal standards for suing, so people like Mike Papantonio could go after them and basically make it legal. Legally not something you'd want to invest in because it costs so much money, coal and the rest of them, that they would be basically sued down to near bankruptcy.
We're going to talk about this in the next hour, but Farron Cousins is going to come on, and he's got some pretty amazing information about how they're going after climate scientists and all this other stuff. I think
the other quick suggestion I wanted to make, and I'm surprised Obama didn't make it, it's very simple and it's very powerful, would be to pass a law when there's Democratic majority, and for this new one coming up, hopefully, requiring solar panels, solar film, on the top of all the roofs of cars, semis, and all that, and then have them, when they're parked, transmit wirelessly to the local power grid to help make an impact, because how many cars are just sitting in parking lots gathering up sun anyway?
Yeah, the problem with wireless transmission is the radiation decays according to what's called the reciprocal of the square law, meaning every time you double the distance, you get a tenfold drop in the or roughly, it's the square root. You get a much larger drop in the amount of power that you're able to transfer. So wireless transmission really only works over very, very small distances. Less than a quarter-inch kind of distances of any consequence. But putting solar panels on the roofs of cars and trucks and of hybrids where they've got good-sized batteries in them, that can store the power and then transmit that power to the drivetrain. That's a great idea. And I think that the big one is housing. Where we use and that's where. Three-quarters of this. Germany is the cloudiest country in Europe, and it's at the latitude of northern Michigan. And yet they have been able to reach virtually 100% solar power on some days just this summer, and overall about 50%, just by having this program where the government came in and said, to the power companies, you will buy, it's actually a government utility, so they could do it. It was we the people, saying you will buy back electricity at a higher price so that people, and then saying to the banks, you will write mortgages for homeowners, and we will backstop you so there's no losses, no risk, and they're only going to be 2% interest rates because you have no risk, so that homeowners can buy, with a 7-year mortgage, can buy solar panels to put on their house, and those solar panels will generate enough electricity that at the rate that they sell it back to the utility, they actually pay for themselves. So it's no cost to the homeowner. At the end of 7 years, they own it free and clear. It's got a 50-year lifespan. And Germany had to stop this program. They originally did it to try to get enough electricity to not have to build one nuclear power plant. They have now reached the point where the amount of electricity being generated just on household rooftops as a result of this program, which didn't cost the government a penny, the amount of electricity that they're generating is on the order of 10 to 14 nuclear power plants right now, and they had to stop the program temporarily because they've got so much electricity that their grid isn't able to handle it. So now they're upgrading their grid. So, this can be done. It just takes some political will. And again, this is in Germany, a cold, gray country. Drew, thanks for the call.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.